Turning a full dress into a three-quarter dress without ruining the elegance. Let me show you how I did it. Hi my love, so today I'll be creating this elegant satin cowl neck gather dress and customizing it into a classy three-quarter version. So to start with, we already have our starting point. Here we are going to be making use of, from that starting point, we're going to measure our shoulder to our bust line, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to half length, shoulder to the hip area, and shoulder to the full length. Okay, so from here we are going to be indicating and marking what each line stands for. Okay, so after that we'll move ahead to measure our shoulder point, which is 16. My client's shoulder is 16, so because it's a three-quarter, is an armless dress, we're just going to be making use of 16 at this point, but the main measurement we are going to be using is 15 inches or 14 inches at the end of the day. Okay, so I'm making use of 14 inches, but right on the pattern we're making use of 16 inches. So from there we'll measure our neckline, which is 3.5 width and 3.5 or 4 inches for the depth. Okay, and we went down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then from that point we actually measured our armhole. So and one thing I want to tell you guys is that when making this kind of style, so you have to consider the choice of your fabric so that you'll be able to, this style will fall beautiful. So I use satin fabric because it gives that soft luxury drape needed for the cowl neck. Okay, so I will advise you choose the right fabric when making yours. Okay, so proceeded to measure our normal bust measurement divided by 4, then adding 1.5 inches for all the bodies. Okay, so endeavor to make use of what works for you. I'm making 1.5 inches because that is what is best for me. Okay, and remember that this dress does not have a dart, so that's why I actually make use of 1.5 inches. So it is a dartless dress because it's having a drape from, which is the gathers from that under bust area. Okay, so we connected all the bodies together and move ahead to um the down part, which is for getting the down part of this, which is the knee length. Getting the knee length knee measurement for this dress, we are going to be using our hip minus 4 or 3. And if you don't want it to be too snatched and um too relaxing on your body, you can make use of 4 inches. So I made use of 4 inches. So hip measurement minus 4 is actually 40. So 40 divided by 10. So from that point we extended it to give us a fish shape from that knee length. Okay, so endeavor to do it that way because that is how beautiful it will come out after drafting and placing it on our face. It will come out beautifully on the fabric. So and remember that on this splash and spread we are using the same pattern for the back, the back piece. Okay, so that is why we are using this point and we are not splashing it here. So we are placing all this pattern on our fabric to give us that elegance. And another thing is that my clients requested that the zipper should be by the side, so that's why I'm not adding extra allowance for at the midpoint, which is at the um midpoint of the uh back. Okay, so if you want to make use of the zipper at the center back, just endeavor to increase and add your zipper allowance to it. Okay, so from this point, this is the back pattern, back piece we already cut out. You move ahead to measure the neckline. So the neckline we're using is 3.5 by 2 inches depth. Okay, so after cutting we proceed to splashing the front piece, which is the front pattern, splashing it out. And after splashing we'll be numbering what the number it all stand for. And after splashing we'll be placing it on another pattern just to give that effect, just to make it accurate. Okay, So that is why we are making use of another pattern, just to make it feel accurate. We are giving the spacing of 1 inch on each side of the splash. Okay, so after then we are going to be using our masking tape to hold on the allowance given on this pattern. Okay, that actually give you the effect. It actually makes you see the effect of the splash and spread method before placing it on the fabric and cutting it out. So another thing I want you guys to know that I actually use 1.5 yards of fabric for this style, because it's not something that it's so complex. So endeavor to make it depending on your body size. If you're on a bigger size, please endeavor to make use of 2 yards. So my client is just having a hip of 44, and then waist of 41, so that is why I'm using 1.5 inches. So if you're on a bigger size, endeavor to make use of 2 yards of fabric. So after weaving the pattern or the fabric, the pieces, then we actually used our sewing machine to place our gather stitches from on the under bust to the upper side of the hip line. Okay, so after gathering that point, we are now going to be placing the back pattern together to it. Okay, so to achieve the neckline, I added extra allowance at the front neckline. This helps the fabric fold naturally into a soft fold instead of looking stiff. Okay, so and for the waist, I created control gathers to give that snatched look. The key is to balance tightness and comfort for the dress so that it will look beautiful. So for the shoulder part, to be twisting the shoulder line of the shoulder on the front by 2 times, then placing the one placing it the front side together with the back side. We are going to be twisting it by in 2 times, then connecting the line together. That gives the effect of the neckline. So, and I hope this final look is actually giving you what it's supposed to give. So let me know in the comment section, do you prefer the long side or the short side? See you guys on my next video. Bye. Fabric. So from the under bust, we're going to start by putting our splash and spread method for the front line. So this actually gives us the way fabric. So from the under bust, we're going to start by putting our splash and spread method for the front line. So this actually gives us the way